Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. It's Niall, just going solo on this one with a quick reaction to the fight that's just been announced. Quite a surprising one, I have to say. It's Joyce will take on Dereck Chisora at the O2 Arena in London on July 27th. And yeah, this one's gonna it will surprise a few people in the boxing world, fans and people involved. Seemed to come out of nowhere, really. The rumor mill started yesterday, saying this fight was in the works, and it's been announced today. And yeah, Joyce will face the old warrior, the old warhorse Dereck Chisora, at the O2 Arena, July 27th. So. Yeah, it's a really fascinating one, this in a weird way, and I'm probably going to get a lot of stick for this opinion, but I like the fight. I really do like the fight. It's two men that they're going to pay no real kind of heed to a good defense, and it's going to be a war. It is. Say what you want about this fight, and I know there is a lot of kind of downside to this fight. But it will be entertaining. It can not be entertaining when you have two sluggers like Joyce and Dereck Chisora going at it and banging it out, and there's guaranteed to be a stoppage. There really is. Like I know, kind of Dereck Chisora is iron shinned. That's what he's known for. But he's 40 years old now. You know, he's lost 13 times. You know, plenty of people, probably myself included, would have said that time is up. Time has long been up for Dereck Chisora. But who are we to tell a man like that who's such a thoroughbred fighting man that it's time to call it a day. So Dereck Chisora is just going to keep going until his body gives up on him. It seems, to be honest with you, and now he's in with a really dangerous big puncher in Joyce. And yeah, Joyce. For me here, the pressure's all on Joyce. As I mentioned, Dereck Chisora, whether he wins this fight, which will be a stunning upset if he was to roll back the years at 40 years old and beat Joyce, even with Joyce's recent defeats to Zhang, it'll be a huge upset. But even if he loses, which is widely expected here, I haven't checked the odds yet, but Joyce surely is going to be an overwhelming favourite against Dereck Chisora. So if Joyce wins, Dereck Chisora is still likely going to keep plugging away and coming back. And he's going to have people watching his fights, no matter what you say, should he retire or not? A lot of people think he should retire, but he's going to keep going. But if Dereck Chisora beats Joyce here, if he is to knock off Joyce, that's Joyce's career over, undoubtedly. Like Joyce is no spring chicken himself, but Joyce still has aspirations of winning world titles, or at least challenging for world titles in the heavyweight division. And a loss to Dereck Chisora, to a 40-year-old Dereck Chisora, at this stage of the game over. No coming back from that. It's done. It's all over for Joyce. So the pressure here in this one is all on Joyce, which makes it quite fascinating. And you know, as I mentioned, Joyce, he's not, he's so easily hit. He's so, vulnerable defensively, and Dereck Chisora is going to be a handful for anybody, even at this stage of the game. So, yeah, I might catch a lot of flack for saying it, but I really think this fight is very entertaining. I really do. It might not make a lot of sense, but it's going to be really kind of explosive while it lasts. I'm interested, before I kind of wrap up and give a final prediction, I'm interested here to see how ticket sales do for this one. A headliner at the O2 Arena. Uh, Dereck Chisora is always a big fan favorite, and good ticket seller. But at this stage of the game, how many people are kind of ready to fork out money to see him again headlining? And it's such a big venue like the O2 Arena. So I'm really curious to see how ticket sales do for this one. Of course, they could produce a belt and undercard and beef it up a bit as well. But yeah, it's a brave choice for this to be a headliner now, in my opinion. In terms of prediction, as I mentioned earlier, Joyce is going to rightly be the overwhelming favourite for this, and I do think he will stop Dereck Chisora. I think maybe not put him out cold, but I think it'll be an accumulation of those club and heavy hands really give Dereck Chisora a hiding here. To be honest with you, I think it could get really brutal towards the end, and maybe the ref jumping in to stop it, or Dereck Chisora's corner jumping in to stop it. But I think, yeah, it's going to be a bad beating in the end for Dereck Chisora, and as I mentioned, he'll probably come again. But if the upset was to happen, Joe Joyce, it's game over. So Joyce needs to win here, and he needs to look good doing it. To be honest with you, if he labours past Dereck Chisora at this stage of the game, it's not looking too optimistic for him either. In terms of his future prospects in the heavyweight division. So, yeah, I think he will win. I think it'll be a firefight while it lasts. But I do think Joe Joyce will just be too kind of too good and too strong and too heavy-handed for Dereck Chisora. So yeah, I'm going for a Joe Joyce mid round stoppage for me. Either a TKO, ref jumping in, or the corner pull him out, pull Dereck Chisora out and save him. What would be a quite a bad beating. So yeah, that's just my quick reaction to the fight that's been announced. It's a really surprising one. July 27th, headlining the O2 or the O2 Arena in London, England. Joe Joyce looking to get his own kind of world title aspirations back on track following the Gilles Zhang losses as he faces the veteran Dereck War Chisora. So yeah, that's a summer dust up, all British domestic dust up to look forward to. Let us know what you think in the comments. Will Joe Joyce look good in dispatching 40-year-old Dereck Chisora? Or can Dereck Chisora spring what will be a sensational upset for the biggest win of his career, to be honest, at this stage of the game, and defeat Joe Joyce to kind of shock the heavyweight division. So yeah, let us know what you think. As always, don't forget, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow all social media. There's always great content coming up, especially this summer. A stacked boxing schedule. So yeah, check it out and speak again next time.